Hey everyone, it's Zordnera here, and in this video I will teach you how you can win more gunfights in Apex Legends by improving your mindset, knowledge, and combat tactics. I'm going to be comparing Apex Legends with the game of chess. So before we break this video down, I have a question for you. What is the goal of a game of chess? Now, the goal of a game of chess is to capture the opponent's king. In my opinion, chess is a fun game, and I would like to know if you have ever played chess. Leave a comment below. Okay, now let's get to the point. Most chess players usually tend to move their pawns first, unless they choose to move their knight, but we'll get into that later. Pawns usually are used as sacrifices for one of your opponent's more powerful pieces. Trust me, I'll get to the point in a second. You should never send your teammates out into a heavily contested area as a pawn, or sacrifice. This may sound weird at first, but you need to use your grenades as pawns. You have most likely done this before, but haven't yet realized it. You can throw grenades to block players from entering, exiting, and sometimes even for damage. Since we just covered pawns, or grenades and tactical abilities, let's move on to rooks and bishops. A rook is the castle-shaped figure in chess, and has the ability to move vertically and horizontally as many spaces as it can. The bishop is the piece with the rounded top and the split cut down the top. A bishop is the same as a rook, except it moves diagonally. Let's say the rooks and bishops are your non-mobility legends. As a rook or a bishop, you have very powerful pieces. Your goal is to attack the opponent, mainly taking over your opponent's more powerful pieces, but usually getting through some weaker ones first. This means that you should attack the opponent's team's weakest players first. This could mean they have less shield, have a worse gun, or are just not as good a player. Keep this in mind. Now, we have the knights. Knights are the horse pieces. Knights can jump over pieces and move in an L shape. That's not important. The fact is that you can jump over other pieces. Let's say that knights are our mobility legends. Every mobility legend has the ability to get somewhere fast, and in Apex, it is usually technology that gives you mobility, such as grapples, gravity lifts, and launch pads. As a mobility legend, you should be the one that gets a drop on your enemy, but keep in mind that you could be putting yourself at a disadvantage. Make sure that you know enough about your enemy before you rush in. The same rules of weakened opponents apply to knights too. Now, let's get on to the queen. The queen is one of the tallest pieces and has a crown on top. The queen has the ability to move in all directions while going in a straight line, as many spaces as it can. This probably sounds very weird considering that I already addressed rooks, bishops, and knights. The queen is you as a player, not the legend, but the one with tired eyes sitting behind a computer screen. Every player on your team is a queen, the most powerful piece in chess. You try not to let your queen be captured, because that puts you at a huge disadvantage. You cannot let the opponents down or kill your teammate. If you are looting, stop looting and help them. Keeping your teammate alive is crucial in a battle royale game. Who knows when a few extra shots can win a game? Now, I'm going to address the king. The king is the piece as tall as a queen, but with a cross at the top. Your entire team is the king itself. If your team dies, you lose. Your king is captured, and there is nothing you can do. Now, how can you avoid your king getting captured? Let's talk about your mindset. I would say that over 50% of your game's outcome has to do with mindset. There have been so many times where I've lost a game or had bad internet and then got killed, and I was in a bad mood. Because of this, I perform worse in game. Don't let your mind fool you. Instead, focus on having fun. When you play to have fun, you will perform so much better and have more fun. mindset really does matter. Another aspect of winning gunfights is your knowledge of the enemy. As you shoot your enemy, call out to your team what shield they have and if you crack them. Tell them what legend they're playing so you know the abilities that they have. See how your enemies play. Are they playing aggressively or passively? Collect information about your enemy before full sending into a random squad. You may now see that aim isn't the only thing that matters. Another thing that you want to have knowledge of is the map you're playing on. If you're playing on World's Edge, then be mindful of the hot drop and where most teams will be. Now we should go over some combat tactics. Once you know a team is near you, try to get as many shots off as you can without being shot. This can be crucial to the outcome of the gunfight. Another thing you can do and what to take in is the landscape around you. If there are boxes near you, use it as cover. If there are places that the opponent can escape from, block with grenades or tactical abilities. Be sure that when you peek at enemies, you are peeking from different angles. Your opponent will not expect shots from one side, then another. Peeking different angles ensures that you can get some shots on your enemy and lower them, putting pressure on them. The next thing I want to talk about is pre-aiming and hip firing. When you are close to your opponent, don't aim, hip fire. This lets you damage your enemy a lot better than aiming from 2 feet away. Okay, I promise this is the last thing about chess. If you have lost your queen and manage to get a pawn to the other side of the board, then you get your queen back. This relates to taking the risk of reviving a teammate. Be sure that you can get it off in time, or you are pretty much going to die. The next things I want to go over are very important. If you have been playing on a sensitivity for a while, don't change it. It's like learning to ride a bike, then throwing the knowledge away and going to ride a skateboard. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's muscle memory. Muscle memory is when your body learns to do something that exact way, and your brain can tell a part of your body to do that exact thing. In Apex, if your brain learns to make a 90-degree turn, you will get faster and faster at doing it, where you can do it almost instantly. If you change your sensitivity, then your brain has to learn it all over again. Stick with your sensitivity. Now this tip contributes to your gameplay. Don't drink highly caffeinated drinks such as coffee or G Fuel. Just try water. It helps speed up your metabolism and is very delicious. The last but not least aspect of winning gunfights in Apex Legends is your aim. Be sure that you find a way to practice aim, like fighting your friends or shooting distance moving targets in a firing range. Another way to practice is by simply playing. Remember, you improve a whole lot faster when having fun. Be sure to have fun as you play, or it will feel like you're wasting your life behind a screen. That will wrap up this video today. Please leave a comment below saying if you found this video helpful or not. Thank you so much for watching, and consider dropping a tiny like if you enjoyed. Peace out. Bye.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face, tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.